Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new video. Today we are playing Don't Die Collect Loot. It is a brand new game that got released into early access yesterday. I'm actually excited about this one. We played the demo. We have 4 hours in the early access already. It's crazy. As you can see, we're playing on a Beastmaster. So if we take a look at our skills, I'm focusing on the avatars. We're using Avatar of the Hunt, which summons a wolf. And then we've got the wolf deals more damage per level, minion level. It's got plus 20 levels from Avatar of the Hunt. We've got, so that gives us plus, plus per 5 levels, plus 8 physical damage. We've then got ourselves increase the damage, increase target acquisition distance, as well as deals lightning damage per every 3% attack rate. And then we've also got the Avatar always shocks and deals lightning damage as well. We then got increased movement speed and increased attack rate. We've also got adds fire, cold, and lightning damage to all minions. And then I'm starting to put levels into this butterfly avatar vengeance. The developer actually let me know that they really like this this tree, if you want to call it that. Also, I don't think we need astral charge, so let's go and get rid of this. And we're going to put the points into this over here. So it's 15 points, which is actually really nice. We need 5 levels into the Avatar Vengeance, so it increases the lightning damage. As you can see, every single point is adding lightning damage. And that's because it increases the levels, so plus 2 to minion monster level per point invested. So this actually goes up to plus 40. That's only plus 1. And then we also got here plus 1 lightning damage per point per butterfly level. So this is plus 40. It's on 184 and it's going to go up area of effect and damage. Okay, so you can see the skill damage multiplier going up, so it's going up by 15% every single time. I don't see the butterfly's lightning damage, unfortunately. Do we get to add? Yeah, we're going to go with this one as well. So we need that. We go there. There's 3 projectiles now. And we're just going to put more points into all of these. So cooldown reduction could be pretty good. Their movement speed as well. But I think area of effect, damage, and then lightning damage per level. So we'll put 10 points into there. So we're going to see just how well it does. The wolves are going to do far more damage anyway. And then we've got this over here where we get increased life as well as max life. We get increased minion damage per 50 max life. So you're going to notice I do take maximum life while we are playing. But let's go. We're going to do a aqueduct level since this is the brand new level that is introduced. And we'll do it on Inferno and we'll see how far we go. Just adding some scroll speed to the game. Alright, your chance to deal critical hits caps at 100%. Any additional critical hit converts into critical hit damage at twice its value. So actually pretty similar to other things. Alright, I actually have an item that gives me 8 levels as we begin a round. So as you can see, we're on level 9 already. So we're going to grab some life, some avatar things. Something about the life though, you see it says plus 10 max life. But because we have items that increase percentage life, it's actually going to give us more. So 536. Goes to 569, so pretty cool. Now there's also a thing that makes it so that the wolf size increases its damage as well, so we're going to grab that. But these are massive. 25% life is actually nearly 100 extra life, which is increased damage completely, so that is fantastic to grab. We can grab more damage on the butterflies and see just how well it goes. So yeah, they're actually doing damage this time, which is fantastic. It's been a while. They haven't done any damage. And I'll go over my items at the end. I don't think I have amazing items, but I think there are 1 or 2 items that we picked up that are like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. So we'll take a look at those. Okay, go into this over here. Hopefully we get an item. Some really cool things about the game. One day there's a loot filter. So I've got at least 1 mod tier of level 5. Yeah, it's not bad. We'll see what items we get at the very end. And it also depends on how far we go. But yeah, there's those things. I'm going to grab ourselves the resistances. We want to try and get into positive range. A lot of the time I am getting hurt quite badly by poison. So we'll try and get that going. All damage increased by monsters by 10%, and we get 15% increased experience. Alright, let's go with final damage. I think final damage is when you calculate all the damage, the final number is increased by 10%. I'm assuming that's what it is. I actually have no idea. I'm sure if you go into the game's settings, so if you go back and you go to, not options, sorry, if we go to the codex and we take a look at the guard, it should explain what final damage is as well somewhere here. If you take a look at it more, you know, as you keep playing. So like, no, that's minions though, item bases, you know, it should be here somewhere. But otherwise we can always double check by asking the developer what final damage actually means. Okay, so 100% increased wolf avatar damage. We've also got the best served hot, so the avatar cooldown as well as movement speed. I like damage, so we'll keep off of the movement speed for now. And we've got the crafter. I don't really like the gambler, so we're going to go crafting. There are some items I'm trying to look at crafting, and you'll be able to see them now. We can actually go into, I think oh no, I don't think it does actually show us. I thought maybe it showed us our equipment when we go to the crafter, but it doesn't. Alright, magic monster spawn chance increased, but our skill point XP gained is increased as well, which is pretty big, so we'll grab that. Okay, Call of Cerberus is a buff. We didn't go over this in the skill tree, but what it does is it buffs your, pulls your allies up to you, or to you, and then once you, they get a buff. So as soon as it's off cooldown, I will click it, and we can see what that buff does. Grab minion damage. The buff is off cooldown. No, it's not. So what it does is pulls all the minions to you, and then it's going to also buff you and your minions. I think it has a minion damage multiplier. Alright, we don't need research gains, so we'll just go for scroll speed. Although the plus to rare monsters was actually a pretty good idea. Maybe I should have done that. Alright, increased area of effect? No, we want resistances. I nearly forgot. Okay, we'll use Call of Cerberus now, quickly, just so we can read the buff and we're not disturbed. So it's your minion damage multiplier. So we get increased damage pretty much, which is awesome. Alright, so we get our defense mod. I don't know if I want that. I actually want... Can we... Yeah, we can. We can remove a suffix and add a suffix. So currently these are the gloves I am using. Some really good upgrades over there. We've got minion damage and things like that. 10%, I mean 18% life. So these are actually better than these. But these gloves have a socket in them. So we can socket one of these in once we unlock them, which is what the plan is. So over here, we want to... we need poison resistance. So let's add a defense modifier. And we've got T7 lightning res, which isn't bad. What we do need to do is maybe... we want upgrades. What we might need to look at is getting ourselves... I've got an army of butterflies. We need to look at getting ourselves more poison res on gear for starters, because it is the lowest resistance that we have. And then we also need to look at getting ourselves more minion damage overall. I don't know if like you get a suffix and prefix, or you get a craft that gives you damage to abilities. So I don't know if these count as abilities and if those mods actually work or not. Hopefully someone who knows can let me know. But let's see. Admit your fault and pay for the damage of the dimension door. Or refuse to pay. I'm going to pay. I don't know what that does. Oh, look at that. Add a powerful reward modifier. So we could add it to this. Can we add it to uniques? No, we can't add it to uniques. These gloves are a high level. Okay, so it will go to the gloves. Let's see what, add a powerful reward tag to the item. This could be a set of maximum possible tier. So we got maximum or T4 gold gain on the item. So 30% increased gold gain, which is not the greatest. It was only a level 90, but at least I know now in this area we can find something like this where we're able to get, you know, pay to fix their door and get some really good modifiers on gear. It is chance based, so we might never see that again, but I'm hoping we get the opportunity to see things like that in the future as well. And I've got better like level 100 gear, which we can then use. Okay, +2 to our wolves. Again, not really interested in this one. The buff is also really good, but +1 to wolf is literally just double damage. I'm going to go with the areas anomalous. I don't actually remember what anomalous areas do, but we get a double over here. We get a pick between the explorer and upgrades. For now, upgrades are good because we get things like these where we get the buff effects. Those are like legendary upgrades, I guess. By the way, I've got an item that makes my wolves shoot bees. Pretty funny. I will replace it when we find something better, but it also does give really good stats to the wolves, so it does make them quite powerful. Alright, so you only shoot one butterfly for each projectile you lost this way. Avatar of Vengeance gains 30% increased area of effect and 50% increased skill damage. We should be losing 2 avatars because we shoot 3 in total at once, so we should gain 100% increased skill damage over there. Alright, so we're going to pay for your door again. I want another powerful craft, and it's going to go onto the gloves. Again, we don't really have anything else that we can craft on right now, as you can see. Oh, it doesn't actually let us put it on it because we've already done it on it. Oh no, okay, well now we know for future you can only use it on an item once. So next time that happens, we'll not pay and see what happens, I guess. Or we can just ignore the event. Alright, so now we need more. Let's go with laugh first. That's quite a big butterfly. Not doing as much damage as I thought it would do yet, but its damage is far better than what it was before I started recording the video. So like here's a big one, plus 125% increased damage to the butterfly, so it goes to 400%. So let's see what that did to it. Over here only drops body armor, only drops accessories. Let's go with the shrines, and we got a brand new boss. Alright, so far, even though they had nearly 100% increased damage, I don't see any damage increases. So, it's very weird. I don't know. I think our wolves just do way too much damage. But that's because I've invested a whole lot more into the wolves. Let's go with more damage. I would like my wolves to get some skills. But it doesn't look like the game wants us to have good wolves. Wolf size, let's go. And here's the boss. It's going to instantly melt because we had a low depth with their monster level being low. And we didn't pick up any items. Alright, so we're going to keep going. We're going to increase the monster level by 1. The monster level does increase over time as well, so there is that. And now we get the craft. What we can do is try and see if we can add some things into that, those gloves that we found. Or that we had equipped there. And the only reason I have those gloves is because of their effect. So they give +X to avatar of either Vengeance or the butterflies or one of them. I don't know which one it was. Alright, this is a normal one. It's the Gambler. a shopkeeper. So these gloves are avid of the hunt, which is our wolves. This guy's got some items for us. We just go over them quickly. Plus 15 to minion attack. I mean, you can see that we've got over nearly 94% minion damage on our current one. Plus 2 to minion level. We got plus 3 on our current helmet. So it's not really good. And then I don't really... I mean, it's just an empty socket. I'd rather keep these ones to get them to go better. Alright, so that was kind of a little bit of a waste, but it's okay. Maybe there's a gambling option that's really good, really strong. Okay, increase their size again. They're doing 3.7 million currently, which is amazing. I'm going to assume those are crits because I don't see it all the time. I'm seeing just under 1 million. This is the amount of revives we have. We've actually got your damage or shocks, and we gain 30% of your damage as lightning damage. We can now go here and we can add an attack modifier. I wish it said a minion modifier, but yeah, so it will end up being a tier 10, which is not so great. That's the worst actually. Okay, unique items with the crafter. I mean the gambler. Gambler again, it's not... I'm just going to skip it. Well, we got to speak to them regardless, but we're not going to do anything with them. I don't feel like they're any good. Best served hot, so increased cooldown reduction. Poison is usually what defeats us, so hopefully we don't see any poison when we are carrying on. But yeah, this is pretty much the gameplay loop. We'll get to the next boss and call it there just so we can see things that we may have picked up. If you pick up an item, it doesn't show it to you until you are, you know, finished the round. So don't think you're going to see it. There are times where it's, I think, bugged out. Just close there. But yeah, otherwise it's quite crazy. Okay, weapon drops and we get another upgrade, which is good. And we've got an anomaly thing over here. This thing does hurt, so we want to try and not take damage from it. But as long as we don't have monsters that deal poison, we should be pretty safe. The butterflies are getting there. They're slowly but surely doing more damage. 6k DPS. It's not the greatest, but it will definitely get there. The wolves are, like I mentioned, far stronger, but they have like 100 points in the skill tree for just them. So as we get more skill points, the butterflies will get stronger as well. Alright, let's see. Plus 10 physical damage added to wolves per 5 monster level. Sounds great. We got Shrine. They're all the same. I don't need Firestorm, so it's one of these. Monsters deal more damage, or monsters have block. Getting crushed is fatal in this area. I don't know what that means, so we'll just go for this. And here's the boss, so that's fine. Alright, so we got a unique item and a skill point. That's fantastic. And we got the same boss fight again, sadly. There are multiple boss fights. Unfortunately, you have to kind of just get lucky. And we didn't get lucky, so... Okay, let's go for skill points, XP gain. If we can get another skill point before the end of the round, that would be great, but I don't think it's going to happen. We can go for increased life. Remember, the more life we have in increments of 50, the more damage we're going to be dealing. So 1250 is a good amount. We need another 24 HP to have hit the next point. Oh, that guy just absolutely melted. Alright, so that's pretty much the gameplay loop. We did pick up an item over there. We can just go to the exit. It's going to give us a bunch of items, which is cool. And there you go. So the killer was ourselves. We are the killer. We've got a bunch of uniques, which we probably won't be using. We've got another body armor, which is really good for HP, but this is the body armor we are currently using, where we get 38 physical damage added to the wolf avatar per level. It gives us physical resistance, and it makes that the wolves shoot bees out of their mouths. So pretty funny. That's for the Arcanist, so we don't need it. Arcanist. I don't think we're going to land up using this, but it looks like it's pretty decent. The one that I'm using is also not that great, but it does have the minion damage. So there is that. We can definitely find a better ring. This is for the Adventurer. Plus 10 to Whirlwind skill. I'll keep that in case I ever want to go Whirlwind. This is also pretty good, but doesn't have anything for minions on it. This one has 54 minion damage and it's locked. So this is actually a very good weapon. However, the minion damage roll as a thing is bad. So we'll keep it for now. Maybe we can craft something nice on there. This doesn't help us. Let's see. These boots were made for walking. The ones we have are better. No minion damage there. Plus 2, no. Stronger link. This gets 36 minion damage. Minion attack rate. It's got 2 empty sockets. It's okay. I think we can find better. And then the helmet. It's got nice laugh. Oh, and we don't need Avatar of Night. So this, oh wait, this is, oh, but it gives us only plus 2. However, there are chances to get something really good out of this. So we'll keep this one and see what we can go from there. So those are the items. We did get some skills over there. We got 3 points. The 3 points will go into the butterfly, of course. So adding damage to it and things like that. I don't know if adds 3 lightning damage or add 15% increased damage. I don't know which one would be better. And then that's just shock effect. There might be something better like this. Add poison to minions. What else is this? Plus 2 to butterfly. Oh. Hello. There we go. Wow, why did I not see this? So we just got plus 6 to monster levels, which increases the damage substantially. That's crazy. So I mean, look at this increased damage multiplier. It's just crazy compared to the butterflies. Alright, and that was that. There's the Echo Forger. So if we wanted to socket items into something, we can do that. However, we need to unfold the items themselves and go from there. There's the Explorer, which is a whole separate skill tree with regards to like XP gain, gold gain, things like that. We can increase monster pack. I don't know why I didn't have that. You can increase a skill point acquisition and things like that. Events, so we get more shrines. I don't know if we needed shrines, but you know, we'll just put the points into it. It's whatever. Over here, it's chance to encounter weather. I don't know what the weather does. Let's see. Plus 10 XP gain, item quantity. Airships have a chance to have rewards. No, but this it looks like it's worth going for item quantity. Increased minion pack size. And then we've got treasure chests. We've got challenges, so bosses. Oh, these are nightmare difficulties. So we'll do nightmare difficulties in the future. This increases the chances of finding specific vendors. I don't know what this one does. Chance to find a gambler. Chance to replace the gambler with an anomalous gambler. I don't even know what that does. Plus 1 additional crafting attempt when anomalous. But you don't... Okay, so maybe that's something we need to go and look at. Because I have no idea what an anomalous craft gambler is. How does crafting fit into there? Increased gambler item quantity. 1 additional item, chance to find the gambler, +2 to item level. Okay, so these are actually pretty good. So not bad. We'll keep it like that. There's no, we do actually need the memory guard, but this one not so much. So yeah, and then we got boss encounters and things like that. But yeah, so a lot changed in the from the demo to the actual to the early access. You can take a look at it. There's a whole lot of the skill tree that wasn't available before then. All of this was not available during the demo. There's a whole lot here as well, and so on and so forth. So yeah, take a look at it. Let me know what you guys think about the game. I really think it's cool. I have a blast playing it. I mean, I've got 4 hours already and it's just released yesterday. So yeah, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. As always, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.